What's up, family? We have some incredible news coming out recently in which a new bill was just passed that is going to give out COLA increases guaranteed. And now the bill is headed to President Biden's desk for his signature. Also, I have some footage that I mentioned to you guys previously regarding our Social Security recipients. We have some new changes that are rolling out quickly, and you need to know who is behind this effort. So if you are considered a senior or you collect SSI, SSDI, or even you are a veteran as well as a low-income American, you need to watch this video until the very end. Take a look at this, guys, right here. A bill guaranteeing cost of living increase for veterans in 2024 now heads to President Biden's desk for his signature. And yes, guys, this piece of legislation is giving veterans a cost of living adjustment on benefits in 2024, likely to result in an increase in payments, is headed to President Joe Biden's desk for his signature. The annual procedure done by Congress guarantees that veterans' pensions or disability payments will keep pace with increases to Social Security, supplemental security, and federal disability income payments. Now, again, the exact amount of next year's increase has not yet been determined. It's based on the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, and usually it is announced at the start of the fiscal year, sometime in October. However, a national advocacy group, you all know them, the Senior Citizens League, is currently projecting the COLA increase to be around 3.1%. Now, Social Security recipients and veterans this year saw the largest boost to their COLA increase to nearly 4 decades, which it was around 8.7% increase because of the high inflation that we experienced in the U.S. in 2022. And some years, however, the increase is significantly smaller than that, and at times has been a complete zero, such as for the years of 2009, 2010, as well as 2015. Now, again, like I said, the House has approved this piece of legislation without objection. They ended up signing this, and it was already passed by the Senate by unanimously consent on March the 30th. So anyways, guys, this particular bill is headed to the president's desk for his signature. And in a statement from John Tester, which is the chairman of the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee, he said this: "Our veterans put their lives on the line to defend our freedoms, and they deserve certainty when it comes to providing for their families," Montana Democratic Senator John Tester put in a statement. In addition, they also said that, look, we have a responsibility to take care of our veterans and their families, many of whom rely on VA for federal or financial support. Ensuring that their benefits keep pace with the rising costs and inflation will help provide disabled veterans and certain surviving spouses and children with some peace of mind and provide them the stability that they deserve. But anyways, guys, the White House has not yet announced when President Biden plans on signing this particular piece of legislation into law, but hopefully he will be signing it very, very soon. And guys, take a look right here. This is just a little bit of history to help you guys out in regards to the COLA compared to inflation. It says right here that according to the League's analysis, between January of 2000 and February of 2023, Social Security COLA increased benefits by 78%, averaging around 3.4% annually. The cost of goods and services purchased by typical retirees rose by 141% during the same period, averaging about 6.2% annually. In other words, for every $100 that a retired household spends on groceries in the year of 2000, that household can only buy about $64 worth in today's money. Yes, guys, that is exactly how much inflation has pretty much affected all of us, in which we have seen the largest increase this past year in 2020, in which we saw the inflation rate go up to around 8.7 to 9.2%, which is very large, guys. We haven't seen anything like that in over the past 40 years, but we just did, which is why the increase for COLA probably not going to be as high for the year of 2024 as it was in 2023. So anyways, guys, and look at this particular chart right here, guys. This pretty much shows us the COLA increase that we have seen since the year of 1975, in which you see, guys, right here it says 1975, the COLA increase was around 8.0%, and pretty much 1980, it was around 14.3%. And you can see all these other particular years, they were pretty much under around 3%, guys. But as you know, for 2022, it did reach 8.7%. So you can see that this particular number pretty much fluctuates ever since the early part in which COLA increases were actually announced back in 1975. But anyways, guys, it looks like that next COLA increase, according to projections as of today, it looks like that number is going to be around 3.1%, which is just a little bit lower than the average of 3.4%. But anyways, guys, right here you can see that Social Security benefits could be the first to go in the matter of days if the United States defaults on its obligations. And that is assuming that Congress is unable to pass the debt ceiling increase. Guys, we know that President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy have recently announced that they have come to an agreement in a bipartisan way to go ahead and raise the debt ceiling limit in order to avoid the U.S. from defaulting on its obligations. We all know that the U.S. could run out of money by June the 5th, in which we only have a few more days before that actually happens, which is exactly why Congress, President Biden, as well as the House Speaker are rushing to trying to get this debt ceiling deal, figure out the negotiations much further, write the entire legislation out on a bill, and then get the House and the Senate to go ahead and vote on this to get it passed very, very soon. But so far, guys, they are experiencing a few hiccups in regards to the debt deal. So anyways, guys, hopefully we'll find out something before the end of the week. And I want to go ahead and show you this little bit of a clip right here by Representative Larson, in which he talks about how important our Social Security recipients are in regards to raising their benefits every single month, how they deserve it. Take a look right here.
Over the age of 65. And who is impacted the most by inflation? Well, they're people on fixed incomes. Our seniors, more than 65 million who are on Social Security. They need our help now. Democrats are here today to lay out our plan of action, which includes legislation to secure and expand Social Security. The number one anti-poverty program for the elderly, for our children, and a disability plan that more veterans rely on than the VA. That's why we're here, to implore our Republican colleagues to work with us, to sign on to our bill, or produce what they believe is a better plan. They must, for the sake of the nation, act now for people who have been most impacted. However, as all of you here know, unfortunately, as we speak, Republicans are still threatening to hold the full faith and credit of the United States government hostage in return for cuts to Social Security and Medicare and other essential programs. Our bill is meant to address these concerns. Democrats are here not just to protect and preserve Social Security from cuts, but to expand it. Our bill will provide across-the-board increases for all recipients of Social Security. Our bill ensures that no senior can retire into poverty. Imagine during all of this crisis, more than 5 million of our fellow Americans who've worked and contributed all their lives to Social Security get a below poverty level check. Our bill also will fix WEP and GPO and make sure, as the president has called for, that we reform it because of the way it has penalized so many public servants, including teachers and firefighters and police officers. We improve the cost of living adjustment the same way that the AARP has called for it. Cut taxes for more than 23 million Social Security beneficiaries and extend the solvency of the Social Security Trust Fund. In my hometown, the people at Augie and Ray's may not know what a polycrisis is, but they know that the Social Security that people receive goes straight back to local communities and is an economic juggernaut. I want to commend Senators Sanders and Warren for their work on Social Security. I want to thank Senator Blumenthal and Van Hollen for being the Senate sponsors of our bill. I also want to thank the more than 350 advocacy groups that are supporting this bill. Our seniors, veterans, orphan children, disabled are not political bargaining chips. They're people.
So anyways, guys, as you can see, Representative Larson is a huge advocate for our Social Security beneficiaries, in which he also lines up with Senator Bernie Sanders as well. Both of them are perceived to always trying to fight for our seniors, our Social Security beneficiaries, as well as our veterans, and those individuals that receive SSI and SSDI as well. So anyways, guys, as you can see right there, he is definitely pushing and talking to Congress and telling them exactly why we have to do something about it. Also pushing the effect in regards to that only the Democrats are the only ones that are pushing for the increased benefits for our Social Security recipients. So if you are interested, that is something that you want to keep in mind when you do go to the polls next time around. But anyways, guys, like I said, right now, what is holding everyone up is the debt ceiling deal that is on the table right now. And as I told you, on Saturday evening, I believe that President Biden and McCarthy, they actually reached the debt ceiling deal to avoid a default. And now it is time to sit down and figure out more negotiations from this particular deal, figuring out how they can appeal to the Democrats as well as the GOP Republicans, and figure out how they can get this thing passed before the end of this week. Now, so far, we'll talk about this on the next video, but there are some Republicans and some Democrats that are planning on voting against this debt ceiling deal. So that is going to be very interesting, guys. And if that actually happens, it could bring more drama to the House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy. But anyways, guys, like I said, President Biden right now is urging Congress to go ahead and pass the debt ceiling deal. Do it right now, because our Social Security recipients are depending on it. They all know that their monthly payments could be held up if the Congress is unable to pass this deal before the end of this week, because they all know that things are relying on this debt ceiling deal to actually happen. So anyways, guys, that is exactly where we stand right now. But the good news is that we do have guaranteed COLA increases that are coming next year, guys. And it looks like so far, this number could change, but so far, guys, that increase could be around 3.1%. But at least we know that this piece of legislation has already been passed in the House and the Senate, and is now headed to President Biden's desk for his signature. So again, guys, the bill has already passed, and hopefully, guys, we get this thing done by the end of this week, as well as get this debt ceiling deal passed as well. Anyways, guys, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.